Hello there, long time no see. My video today will make you better at Datastar. Alright, that's my promise. But it will make you better at Datastar, but the challenge is not speaking a line of Datastar at all. Alright, anybody can watch this video. We are going to talk about 3 different web technology, and none of them are Datastar. The first one I want to talk about is WebAssembly, and I want to talk about FigJam. What is FigJam? You are seeing it right now. This is the whiteboard application that I'm using, and the first thing I want to say is that it's important to have a favorite whiteboard application. It can be paper if you're working with people locally, but if you're working remotely, get a good graphic application. It's very important that you have a graphic quality to your ideas, to your presentations, to the stuff you make. Alright, I've got this from a MIT talk called How to Speak. It's very famous, you can find it on YouTube, I'll put it in the description. But you need to have a graphic quality. And there are a lot of whiteboard applications, but I find that FigJam is, first of all, grug-proof, which is, I believe, in the future, what I really want to do when I go into a new web editor, whiteboard, code editor, any application you build. The fact that in FigJam I can just type Ctrl+P and have this search bar, it's a bliss. It's the same way, put in the comments if you dislike it, but I do love when websites have a Ctrl+K. Of course, the Datastar website has a Ctrl+K, but I can show it because I can show a line of Datastar. But having the everything shortcut is quite good. Alright, like if I want to show or hide the UI, I don't have to remember the shortcut. Alright, the power users can remember the shortcut, but I do find that FigJam does a great job at having the magic buttons and a really simple UI overall. Stickers, well, it's hard to fail at that. You can have some powers under the belt, right? Like putting sticky notes or whatever, or align items. I think, yes, you don't have to, if you're just a layman like me, you don't have to remember how to align vertical centers is Alt plus V, but having Ctrl+P is very great proof. And the final thing, which is I think very important, is tables. I will hide the UI again. I don't remember how to put the table. I do Ctrl+P, table, and I can put a table. I will put it here, and I will put it in green so you can see. I love the tables in FigJam. Alright, it's so much better than Excel. You can click on that and you get the whole column. You can click on this and you get the whole line. You can click in the middle to add a new line. Okay. Click in the middle to add a new column. Click on the borders. The buttons really make a ton of sense. I think it's very important to have tables, because structuring IDs and structuring data and turning stuff into lists is how humanity evolved to Homo sapiens, and then how Homo sapiens evolved to developers. Alright, so it's very important that you reach for a list or reach for a table every time. I didn't speak about accountants, right? But they do use Excel as well, and they do have that smug air of having evolved faster than you, so let's say. I've used Excalibur as a drawing app. It's a bit too basic for my needs. I've used how is it called? TL Draw. I used to be a big fan of TL Draw, but I don't, because they have a good graphic quality, right, that you can feel, but they don't have tables. It's 2026 and they don't have tables. And I know on Twitter that they are burning Cloud Code tokens and they still don't have a table, remember that AI cannot supplement taste, right? So I'm talking about Figma in Figma. It's time to begin to fill the metameter. FigJam is like really good, and it's done all in WebAssembly, which is kind of tapping into the C++ of the browser instead of doing it in JavaScript, because, well, I guess they are Figma, they have big money, and they have excellent engineers, I'm sure of that. I will still reach for Datastar every day of the week, but if I was sending mail to space and they were having trouble connecting to Microsoft Outlook, I would maybe develop it in WebAssembly, who knows. So WebAssembly is the tits. You can make real nice stuff with it, and people who do WebAssembly tend to be very good engineers. If you are not a very good engineer, like me, use Datastar. Alright, don't go into it. You can achieve the same stuff just with Datastar. It's no need to flex your technologies, just listen to your users, right? If your users want a table in their drawing applications, they are going to go to FigJam instead of TLDraw. Listen to your users. So that's the segue for the website I wanted to show you today, and which I've been working on, which is called Le Promeneur du 8e. Do you like black and white pictures? I guess. Do you like artistic black and white pictures of Paris and a specific neighborhood of Paris? Well, if you do, you're in luck, because that's exactly what my dad loves to do in his free time. He posts the photo on Instagram, and Instagram is made by a company which created React, so it's no surprise that, right, Instagram is absolutely shit and filled with ads, and you can't really make art on Instagram. And a lot of creative people, they want to have their showcase website for their videos, their creations. So I reached out to my father and I made him a website called lepromeneur.fr. It means the wanderer of the 8th neighborhood in 8th district of Paris, because he wanders around. And there you have it, a website with all the pictures he takes around my neighborhood. You can see I really encourage you to go to his website, and to this website I will put it in the description, obviously. But he's got an eye for a thing. The 8th district of Paris is very touristy, so you get kind of nice photos that way. We still have to work out this. In French we say droit à l'image, like, is he allowed to feature people, maybe if he sells it or not. Here you have car service with all the bikes. Here you have the line for the toilets in the air I think it's in the Grand Palais in Paris. It's got so many nice photos, right? I will show you a bit of my favorite ones. Most of them, I really like this one, for example. I think it's a vibe. This one is fun because it's a luxury paper. There's a trash can. I think this one is very beautiful. We have a lot of cool statues in our neighborhood. I'm going to take some time, go grab a coffee, and this is the metro, some sculptures, alright, birds, more sculptures. I like this one, it's a vibe, with their little hats. Kids are fun as well. You do see terrible scenes, but this is the world we live in. I really love this one. It's like the statue lost all of its cloth in the form of falling leaves. I don't know why. It's a bit melancholic, but I love it. The post one is funny. Fashion Week, this one is very romantic. That's right. I grew in Paris. The romantic thing of Paris don't work on me anymore. The dog walker. This one is low-key cool. This one is fun. Metro or Metropolitan. People checking for the restaurants menu. We do have a tradition of black and white photos in France. They used to be big. Some of them you have to understand French, but most of them you don't. I like this one as well. I think it has some really nice motion to it, right? Isn't it better than Instagram to present stuff? Or yeah, isn't it better? Let's do them all, because it's just this is just MVP, right? I said, okay, I will make you something, just send me a few pictures. And he sent me like, okay, just a few to get started, but he's got a lot more of them. It's just very productive. But I'd say, okay, it's an MVP, you know, and it's like 100 pictures, and I'm front-loading everything. We will talk about how I did the code for this one, but let's take a moment for art, you know, appreciation of the good things, and kids on their smartphones, and the ghost gallery. Let's acknowledge that the world is still kind of fun if you get an eye to it. These two ones are my favorite, right? This one first, I think it's a classic. I don't know, why do you think? I think it's a classic. The motion of the bench and the sun that you can almost feel, the leisureness of the afternoon. And this one is low-key cool as well. And it's you see that in landscape mode it works. The website works quite well. I made it with gold CSS, so I think it should be alright. I've never tested it, so let's go. It's a bit buggy on a smartphone. It's not horrendous, but it's a big buggy. Or the dynamic grid is spilling a bit. That's alright. That's alright. Nothing I can fix. Yes, you will see the URL change. Of course, this is an MPA, right? Of course, this is an MPA. This one is low-key cool as well. It's still like a boomerang, but there are cathedrals everywhere for those with eyes to see, you know. And we are done. 96 picture. So let's go back to where we were after this little stuff. First of all, no Datastar. I did the whole website with no Datastar. So let me show you the website. We'll talk a bit about code. Website lives here on my server. In static, we have the CSS file, all the images of the Promeneur, all the images of the site as JPEG file, some logo that I think it's a follower who did that to him, some SVG I'm not using, right? And just a simple Python file. See, I went back to Sonic to, you know, hit up a little. I declare a static. I declare a folder. I put my head like this. So I write my HTML in a big string. No Datastar, alright, but I do optimize for SEO with the meta name, author, description, keywords. Alright, I'm not a big SEO fan, but as you can guess, my dad is. Like, his first question was like, how do I, when I just build the site, why is it not showing on Google? Give it some time, alright. But it doesn't click for people or for your clients immediately, or all of this work. So it's important to understand your client and understand my dad. I've lived with him. I've known him for a long time, since I was born. Alright, so the index file is just putting the head. Yeah, I put the head because I want to put it back in the photo file. Le Promeneur. So I try to use semantic HTML as much as possible with an H1, an image, the header tag. This is the description of the site, and then for every photo I will join simply a text with the photo. So I put it inside the link. I use stem, so here I am using the pathlib library, right? LP folder, here I declared it as a path using pathlib. This will allow me to use very handy features, right, like glob, to get everything inside it. For more security I could put like glob.jpg, right, it's better. Then get the stem or the name of the different files. I sort it because the photos are sorted. I do it with another Python script, so little Python scripts using pathlib. It's just a joy to develop in Python, as usual. And this is a surprise for later. Alright. Image view. What is image view? Yes, it's when I click on one image, I will just put the head back, the image in full, and then a little text to say, do you like the photo? Right, and I'm using a dynamic grid. I'll kind of show you how it works in gold.css. You put stuff like that. It's a grid that will shift like this on phones. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for prototyping, and we are prototyping. And we are trying to find what is the vibe that we want to send before we jump into the features, right? That's why I don't want to put Datastar. I don't want to put the features. I want to be about the vibe. So once again, focus on graphic. If you are a web developer, you are doing a graphic medium. Your websites cannot be ugly. I know I'm very faulty in this, right? But I tend to ask people, I can make my website better, and try not to have Claude do it, right? It's always the same violet gradient slope. Try to think you are doing a graphic medium. Just accept it, right? And make something graphic. YouTube as well is a graphic medium. It's not very... My videos are not very graphic like it. But I will spend my life in editing, and I really don't have the time for that. And finally, who do you make your site for? And this is in two halves, right? You make your site. So I make my site, for example, for my dad. I try to catch his vibe, have the CSS just alright on the sizes, on the phone, on the tablet, on everything. And this in turn helped him to better understand who he was making the website for. First he was like, okay, but so this is for people of Instagram, where they could submit captions for the photos. Then afterwards he saw the site, and he was like, maybe it's for... I see it more for people from around the world buying the stuff and getting photos shipped to them. And then afterwards we were like, well, it's really about this district of Paris, so maybe it will interest people that want, like the mayor to show some interesting or bright sides of the district to its inhabitants as a cultural form. But it didn't have this idea in mind, right? You make something for people, and these people will make for people, and everybody help find the carol, right? I didn't optimize this stuff. I just try to make it nice and always ask, who is the person you're making it for? Who is the intended audience? Who is Carol? What does she want? And does she want a lot of Datastar features? Maybe, I don't know. I know that with Datastar I can always, pop up a 10 kilobyte script. I won't have to rewrite anything, and I will make any feature that he wants. But I don't want to jump the shark and say, alright, I have a very optimized website that does broadly caching and whatever. That's not the point. He doesn't care about that. He wants to be helped to make better art. And to make better art, he needs to find better clients. I hope what I say makes sense, but you are an artist of a graphic medium, helping people. It's a good stuff, so please learn CSS and don't rely on Claude to ship that. And the best for last, we are going to talk about JavaScript, and we are going to talk about Palmframe. Palmframe is made by a French guy, and it's present on this website. Palmframe is just this little feedback button that you can see on every page. If I click on this, you have a little window that pops out. I can put my feedback. Please, YouTube, say hi in the comments. I will watch you. You can put your email if you want, right? And you can put an emotion here, like I love it or I hate it. Let's be real, I love Palmframe. Right, I even put it on my personal blog. You click on send, they say thank you, and it disappears. And in Palmframe, which is a free website he made, you will see he has that stuff. Or you will just have your comments in order with the associated emotion and the associated page. So we will be able to see, for example, that's what I said to my father, if someone said, I want to buy this photo, how can do, right? This is something that we will be able to catch thanks to Palmframe. A simple feedback. Because as I said, it's important to have an MVP, to iterate, to have opinions on what you do. And I think Perfect is a really good tool for this, because it gets out of the way, it's very simple, and it's low-key a good stuff, right? You just have to plug this bit of JavaScript here, which will load it from its own CDN, and then you put it somewhere as a web component. Don't worry about where, like the position is absolute. You just have to drop somewhere the Palmframe widget, and you see from this that it's a web component. So the fact that it's a web component is quite cool, right? I don't think this website used Datastar, so this is the not cool part. I think this website is heavily vibe coded, but the ID and the executions are really good, because this is very important that you get immediate feedback. This can work for a lot of stuff. Just have this little chat button. If you click on any photo, let's change the photo for a bit. I like this one as well. Here in French it says, if you like the photo, tell us with the button in the bottom right corner. I didn't translate beforehand, right? It didn't occur to him that he would be targeting international clients. So, right, premature optimization is the root of all evil. You know the drill. Don't do it, speak to your clients. And yes, he's not using Datastar, but this guy, I've spoke to him, is a young French guy with a lot of good ideas. His new stuff is that he's publishing, and this is a little marketing, like he didn't pay me or whatever, but his new stuff that he's trying is publishing reviews of SaaS on YouTube. And he has a nice... So he started a YouTube channel like this, and he has a nice stuff where you will like break everything on your SaaS and try to make it better. I think it's good. I haven't had the time to watch all of these videos, but you see that he's done quite a lot of them, right? So if you want to amp the guy, you have two ways of doing it. Either you have a SaaS and you can go to this link, I will put it in the description, or I think the better way is you join me and you explain to him why Palmframe is a really great project to have in your tool belt, that he was right to have it as a minimal web component, but if only he could rewrite it for Rocket, that would be perfect, right? I will put it on stuff. But I think it was quite meta because he ships a lot and he reviews websites, and I just like reviewed his website, and I really wanted to ship this video because I wasn't there last week, and I won't be there next week because I'm taking some holidays. Finally, it's been quite a while. Some holidays in Portugal, and last week there were no video because, as I said, it was a festival of series in France, and it was amazing. Such a great series. For my friends in the UK, I think Anders is from the UK. Small Profits is the best series I've seen. My favorite from the competition. It won 2 awards. I think it's on the BBC right now, and I do hope that someone will buy it in France or wherever you are. It's really a fantastic show. For my American friends, I've seen some episode of The Audacity. It's quite snarky. For my Spanish friends, Anatomía de un Instante was very good, and Dear Killer Nannies was very good as well, about the life of the son of Pablo Escobar. Quite a crazy reconstitution of Colombia in this time. Great tension and action. And well, for people in France, yes, il y a des Français qui regardent ces vidéos. Two Arte series, El Dorado and Camarade. Camarade is incredible. El Dorado is really interesting, and I want to finish it. But Camarade is fantastic if you like the French theory and well, the aftermath of Mai 68. Mai 68. Je vais pas le faire en anglais celui-là. Mais the aftermath of Mai 68. Did we feel the metameter? Not quite. How do I end this video? This video was not quite graphic, but I tried to make it more graphic, right? Go watch everything that I put in the comments. It will keep you occupied for the 2 weeks where I won't release stuff. Please, I will put more videos, so go to lepromeneur.fr, and if you like photos, please put a little message with Palmframe. I will transmit to my dad. And thank you for being here, for being on the Discord. I'm gonna try to really catch a break, but as always, such an amazing community, and well, this was kind of a glaze for people involved in Datastar who are trying to emulate and give the best of one each other. We are creating Datastar together as much as Datastar is creating us. And if that's not a cult, well, that's not a cult. See you.